Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife. Now with more clicking. My name's the Hooded Philosopher and I'm here with Cheesy Loops.
Hi.
Cheesy Loops. Twisting up wire for the wings.
I don't know if you guys can see it because it's green also.
Yeah, it's green. It's green screen with green wire. It's right now. It's black.
But it's supposed to go on this wing.
Which will then go on this little dude right here.
Yeah, but I need to support it, so.
Who will then go on this setting, like standing on these rocks that will have lava, looking like lava flowing through them. That's the goal, at least.
Yes.
And then you can see our frickin' May hat. We made them, make it look special. In fact, if you can see it in the camera, which you can just, with that sunlight. See that shimmer, that gold on the gold. That's the May shimmer, according to Crystal. Oh, Cheesy.
And then Hooded...
And it's in the eyeball, or the gem, the clear gem on the...
Hooded improved his hat.
I actually had to redo mine.
Yeah.
And then I made it a little bit bigger, I think.
Hooded, baked it a little too long.
Yeah, the bottom got burnt. I don't know if it shows up. Oh, yeah, it shows up bubbly.
Not on that one, though. The other one was worse.
Oh, yeah, the other one we couldn't even use.
Yeah, the other one was so bad.
Boo.
But that's the thing about creation, is that sometimes restarting is not the worst idea.
It's pretty normal, pretty typical. But I have not restarted this story.
I don't think you've restarted many of your stories. Your stories get...
I have restarted the one story I wanted to write since 2016.
Yeah, that one
I've written 3 or 4 times. I can't seem to get what I want to say. Plus, it just requires so much expertise. I need to get to writing in order to be able to write it.
Well, and that's why you're getting all these other stories flushed out.
And then building the worlds that connect to it. I'm kind of making it all one big thing.
Just see, like when you're going through these and you're not staying behind somewhere for too long.
Yeah.
I could see you in that story definitely taking more time in each chapter. So that one, I mean, I know you want it to be 4 books long.
That one has a very specific format, yes.
And those 4 books are probably going to be a good, 50, 60 chapters minimum?
I have no clue. I don't believe the last one will be very long, though.
There's a lot to say in those ones.
There was a lot to say in that last one and that's surprising. After the last one, all these should kind of overlay together. Mm-hmm. It's a very strange story that maybe one day I will get to, but they're all also connected to this world. In fact, there is a character that has been written from that world.
There is.
He has a voice, a dialogue. He has a voice about his own land.
Yep.
That doesn't really exist in any written works. Just only in my mind.
But until then, we have chapter 16.
Yeah.
A disciple of nature and the seed of the divine.
Well, we live in the seed of nature. You know what?
Alright. Zeka walked into the forest. It was dark, and the moonlight was sweeping through the trees. She began to disrobe as the cold night wind caressed her skin. She reached for the muscle Malgastaflorian showed her. It was a simple muscle, the kind of muscle you use every day. It was short, like the muscle that pushes the blood throughout your body. In a heartbeat, everything shifted. 5 strangers surrounded Zeka and the hat. They wore long white robes with different color symbols across their chests. May stood next to her. They were both wearing robes. Zeka had her name in black on the front. May's was blank. Huh? They stood in front of her and spoke to her one at a time, from left to right. Malgastaflorian explained why you were coming, the first said. We have listened to the story so far. Your perspicuity has granted us all understanding of the goodness you hold in your heart. Zeka and May, beware of the tremendous power you wield. It demands your trust. Dahara has seized the opportunity to save that which she has lost. Her husband has been pulled back from his eternal rest with death, the trees as sacrifice. Ooh. The seed of the arcane and the seed of nature require new bonded disciples of life to conquer the death that is arising in your world. Go, disciples of life. Stop them. Death is all your world knows, they said, and they all
Stop
said...
them before.
Oh. Okay.
I missed that one.
So go, disciples of life. Stop them before death is all your world knows, they all said in unison, before returning them to the forest. Zeko was grateful to see May one last time. A new feeling, like breathing in air. She breathed in the life surrounding them. It tasted bad. After returning the clothes to her back, she walked back to Frick. The armor was polished to a sheen. That took a while, he said, standing. Did it work? Can you take us to Bronzeholm? Yes, I can, but I can do one better. She embraced him. A newfound energy coursed through him. She returned the hat to his head. There, how do you feel now? That is incredible. I feel as though I've slept through the night and had a good meal. Frick was absent-mindedly feeling his chest. If you can help the horses, we could be there tomorrow. We need to hurry. This world needs help from their new disciples of life. Frick was flabbergasted. Zeka reinvigorated the horses, and they pushed on. The night couldn't hold them back. The trip was long, and they were in a rush. Disciples? Like more than one? He said as the trees rushed by. May was with me, and that was what they said, she said, taking a deep breath and jumping onto her horse. When I got back, life was...
I don't know why it says that. That doesn't need to be looked at. I had to double think that too.
Well, they weren't... Yeah, because she's on the horses.
Yeah.
They're already on the horses. When I got back, life was in my breath. What can you do? He asked, making conversation as they pushed the horses. I'm not sure. They didn't really explain much, but they did say that Dahara has stolen life from the forest. May's forest. Doomcoast explains why it got me first. It's just south of us, Frick added. It was the son of King Eric?
Yeah, Prince Eric, the son of King Eric.
Wow.
Surprise, surprise.
Real original. He changed the spell to target you because you were the one that killed his father, Zeka explained. Dahara was one of his concubines, a member of his cursed lower caste. Is she the one doing all this? She is the one doing all this. She's using the forest to power her death magics. So we are going to fight to the death in a place called Doomcoast.
We call Doomcoast.
Oh, okay. In a place we call Doomcoast. And we're heading into a trap. They pushed the horses for hours, never giving the horses a chance to stop.
It's just kind of like a recap, really, like what's going on now in their heads.
Well, it's
after the
it seems to be that it's more confirming the information that they're gathering. So it's necessary. Yeah, it's a recap. They're headed into a trap. They're headed to Doomcoast, which he was swimming in the oceans next to Doomcoast. So like if they're here, Doomcoast is like
it's
over
like
here.
like Doomcoast is a cliffside that you can walk from the village up to. That's like a good distance away.
Okay.
Like nearby the village, but not where the village is. Yeah, a little bit further away.
Okay.
And I think that becomes clearer if you don't get it right away. But we could find a place to fix it earlier on if we could. If we need to.
No, just making sure where we're at. So get rid of the jumping onto her horse.
Yeah, that's taking a deep breath because she's about to say that it's in her breath.
Yeah.
So she was like accentuating it. Just jumping onto her horse. I don't know why that's there.
Well, and I think she's also taking that deep breath, not only that, to do that, but also to, like, give herself a space to make sure what she's saying makes sense to her. Because this is all new to her, too.
A long breath. I think I like long more. Oh, man. Okay.
Put the curve back in this wing. Go,
This
disciples
shouldn't
of life.
even...
No. Oh.
Oh, this shouldn't even have a weird weirdness right there.
Mm-hmm.
Stop them before death is all your world knows. Okay. But first, let's finish this up. It should just be
Her.
she or her.
Yeah.
Womp.
I fixed it. My steel feds I was reading.
Okay, and then what do you feel about this?
Zeka had her name in black on the front. On the robes.
I don't know why it just insists that there's semicolons. I don't want the semicolons everywhere. Okay.
Maze was blank.
What does that say to you?
That May's words were in white.
Interesting. Because the idea is there isn't a name.
Because she's
a hat. Because if you are... I can't spoil anything. That's the problem.
Okay, well, it's okay.
But so the leaving it blank made you wonder if there was a white name there.
Mm-hmm.
How could I more exemplify there being literally nothing there? Like hers was, there was nothing there. There was no writing at all.
Well, that was a guess because I'm looking at there's white robes.
Yeah, they all have symbols.
Zeka's was blank, or Zeka's was black. May's had nothing.
Yeah. Almost as if she wasn't really alive.
Yeah.
Like she didn't have a name.
That's strange. Give me some clay. I need some patchwork here.
Where do I put it?
There's some right there.
Oh, good. Just a little bit, right?
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay.
Maze wasn't blank so much as plain or
with nothing on it. Had nothing on it.
yeah, Maze had nothing on it.
Yeah, because that would maybe be a little better. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could totally see why you would think white, and that was not my intention.
Yeah.
And I wanted to fight that in case that came up. And that's probably just a full sentence in its own right. And so what do you think is happening with the Divine Arcane? What is this? Like, from your interpretation of what little you see of their interaction with this thing.
So these people are either immensely powerful and know a lot that's going on and are able to guide people, or they are of divine
Something bigger.
influence. And
that's what they think too. They call themselves disciples of the arcane, divine.
Yeah.
So there's no evil in their voice.
No, there is
Is there any kind of sense of like intentional fear in the way they're set up?
They seem very calm. Very like monk-ish.
And they're like they've all thought about this together, and they each have their own thing to say really quick.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
They have a lot of other things to do.
Right. It kind of reminds you of Malgasta Florian and his flitting around and getting stuff done.
I mean, that's where she got the muscle. She figured out he who told her the muscle to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something she was ever really made to do. It just it's time for it to happen. Something different is going on, though.
They do seem to communicate in a different way because Dahara sees the opportunity to save that which she has lost, and the seed of arcane and the seed of nature require new bonded disciples of life to conquer the death that is arising in your world.
So there's a new thing happening here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Well, okay, so what I'm seeing here is that Dahara has risen her husband back from the dead.
Yeah.
So basically, she has zombified her husband.
Mm-hmm. In a way, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Some sort of undead monster.
But it's unnatural magic, it seems, because it's opposing the natural course of things.
Very unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so
it's that stuff that's pulled from the elder things, the elder gods.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of dark, foreboding evil. That's where it's kind of coming from for me. I'm trying to pull it from the evil, and that stuff. It only ever grows. It never like encompasses in this strange little world. So they've got to like go defeat the growingness anyway. But the disciple of life, what does that mean? What am I trying to say if I've been using disciple of nature and disciple of the arcane, the unknown? I use a lot of words for that actually.
I can fix that a little bit. Disciple of life. It's a little more than just nature, where you're talking to trees and water and the wind.
It's a new school of magic almost.
Yeah, it's very much a new school of magic. Where
May and Zeka have created a new school of magic that combines the natural and the unknown, and that creates life.
Which is ooh, that tastes good. Kind of, what is the word I'm looking for here? It makes sense that nature and the unknown creates a life because we are part of nature.
Yeah, but there's something different going on.
There's something unknown that created us.
And that inside of us. Mm-hmm. Like we can't fully understand everything. There are parts of us that there are things in the universe that will always remain unknown to us, no matter how hard we try.
Yeah. The seed of the arcane and seed of nature require the new divine disciples of life to conquer the death that is arising in your world. Stop them before death is all your world knows. And the way they say it seems so calm and
urgent.
Like, there's no like.
But there's urgency.
There's urgency only in their words, not in their tone. In the
words, yeah, in the words.
Not in their tone.
It's supposed to be just flat anyway, yeah.
And maybe in my head a little bit there's this magical resonance that's happening when they talk. You know, how it's depicted as like this echo or this booming, but it's not loud.
Yeah, and I didn't have to write any of that.
No.
And that's exactly what I was trying to get across, really. Yeah. But that might have been set up in the beginning here, you know.
They stood in front where?
Just the whole beginning of the way what they're standing and wearing, and where is it?
She reached for the muscle my guest Florian showed her. This muscle was simple. It was a simple muscle, the kind of muscle you use every day. It was short.
The heartbeat stuff. That's what I'm thinking.
In a heartbeat, everything shifted. 5 strangers surrounded Zeka and the hat.
Like the muscle that pushes the blood through your body. And then the idea is that there's the muscle was like a heartbeat.
Oh.
Right? And so it heartbeated into this place.
Yeah.
In that heartbeat.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like the same muscle, the magic muscle that she's pulling on would feel the same as the beat of a heart. And that's all she had to do it for to get there.
So as I was rereading this sentence, the 5 strangers surrounded Zeka and the hat. And then they wore long white robes with different color symbols across their chest. May stood next to her. It's you didn't have to describe that there was this transformation. It was just she was there.
It's like the trick of a camera, right?
Yeah.
Like they could just they have the hat there and they pan over and you see May there now.
Yes.
Yeah. And it makes sense because everything happened in a heartbeat, you know? It's there. That's interesting.
So Frick was flabbergasted, and Zeka reinvigorated the horses, and they pushed on.
And then the idea of what's happening, what she has kind of in her power now, right?
Yeah. It speaks a lot to Frick's kind of character, which is, okay, I know I have questions, but we have to get moving.
Yeah.
And once we're moving, I can start asking questions again.
Yeah. That's what he wanted to do at the tavern, too. You know, just get the drinks, and then we go start talking. We go on the road and start talking, get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we got here?
But there's things that need to be done. They're in a rush. They're also kind of in a journey.
Maze Forest.
Yeah, isn't that a nice touch? They're going to be good friends forever.
The only thing I have issues in this one, stinking the son of King Eric is Prince Eric.
Do you want to change it? Do you think it just like that? And you think it's better?
Because in my head I was like, wait,
it's royalty.
Which one are we talking about? So it should have been the whole time in the other chapters. Excuse me, that was rude. Prince Eric the Second, the whole time in the other chapters. That's, and then.
Well, and what do I change it to?
No, right now.
I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care. King Lu?
No.
It doesn't matter to me. What do you think? I don't care. Do you have would you think there's a good name? Like, genuinely.
I'm trying to think of one. Lou is not good because it reminds me of Jungle Book.
Philip.
No.
Okay.
A. Letter A.
Abrams.
King Abram.
That almost makes him too wise sounding.
It does. I was thinking...
And he lost, so that actually makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I had a name and it's kind of gone. I was going Andrew and... Jimothy. King Jimothy. No, it's fine. Eric's fine for now. If I think of one, I'll let you know. But I can't think
Or
of
in
one.
the comments below, maybe I can get it to... go in there and change it, and I'll change it everywhere I've put it.
Well... Oh, how many more times did you talk about King Eric? Because this is the first time.
No, this is... No, I mean, in... How many more times I... Wait, what was I saying?
You go change it as many times as you need to.
If I post it anywhere. So if it's like a month later, I'll go change them.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a good name in the comments, I'll take it. Just let me have it, and I'll take it. Anyway.
Dahara is one of his concubines, a member of his cursed lower caste. She's the one doing all this. She's using the force to power her death magics. So we are going to go fight to the death in a place we call Doom Coast.
Is this like talking back and forth?
Where?
This whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Zeka's the second person. So Frick is telling her who Dahara is.
Yes. She's the one doing all this. She's using the force, which makes sense that Zeka's saying that. And then it makes sense, so we're going to fight to the death in a place we call Doom Coast, because that sounds a little too silly. And then Zeka's level-headedness coming back too, and we're heading into a trap.
Yeah. Okay.
So the back and forth is fine.
Okay. It's odd how I didn't have to put anything there, but the idea is they're also racing on a horse, kind of going through the forest, so...
Yeah. No, this one was good.
And I could say shouted over the wind as they rode on one of them.
They what?
Like shouted back over the wind as they rode.
No, I don't think you have to.
Okay.
I think it's good like that.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Do the small. And... Oh, no, it's not going to be too
You're
small.
getting there. You guys see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to look dope.
That's so cool.
Isn't she amazing, everybody? That's it, Cheesy, everybody. She's the best.